An Amherst couple contacted News 4 after years of trying to right what they call a wrong. They say an error caused them to be charged too much in taxes. In a special assignment, News 4's Luke Moretti looks into their claims and investigates how you can make sure the same thing does not happen to you. It's a story you'll see only at 6.
Amherst homeowner Mark Fenney wants his money back.
Geez, paying this, I don't understand this.
Fenney claims that he overpaid for town and county taxes by $4,000 over a 4-year period.
We should be compensated for our overpayments.
He says a mathematical error in calculating the square footage of his home meant a higher assessment. When he confronted the Amherst assessor's office in 2011, an adjustment was made. The assessed value went from $235,000 in 2010 to $201,000 in 2011. That's a difference of $34,000. But what about the $4,000 Fenney claims he overpaid in taxes? That's not going to happen, according to Joseph Maciejewski, director of Erie County Real Property Tax Services.
State law says we can't fix that in that particular case because, unfortunately, you have an administrative right to challenge that assessment each year.
Ann Terranova, interim Amherst assessor, thinks the overpayment is more like $3,000 and says by law, nothing can be done retroactively.
Do you understand why they're upset, though? They're saying it's their money, they overpaid, and why can't I get my money back?
Certainly, I do understand that. But in 2007, the homeowner was sent an assessment notice. They did not challenge it. 2009, when the whole town was updated, again, they got a new assessment. Again, they did not challenge it. So they've never challenged their assessment.
Mark Fenney keeps a file on this case that would make Perry Mason envious. He's gone to every level of town government for help, even Supervisor Dr. Barry Weinstein.
Do you think that's fair? If someone overpays and it's their money, why can't they get their money back? All of it.
People overpay or underpay on the value of their assessments all the time. There's a process and a bunch of rules for dealing with those situations.
If the Fenneys owed the county money, they'd be padlocking the doors.
Amherst council member Mark Manna sympathizes with the Fenneys' situation.
This should be a warning to every resident in Amherst to check your tax bill, because this administration has a mistake of miscalculating the taxes people are supposed to pay. So when you get the tax bill from the town of Amherst, you better check it twice.
So what if you're not sure whether your assessment is correct? The town of Amherst has a website where people can check what homes in the neighborhood are selling for, along with the square footage and style.
You can look that up and determine for yourself, okay, what could I maybe sell my home for? And you yourself can determine whether your assessment is correct or not.
Well, by law, all of the tentative assessment rolls and final assessment rolls have to be placed online. For example, in Amherst, there are 2 opportunities to grieve an assessment. You can go directly to the town office or wait for the Board of Assessment review, which is done every year in the month of May.
Interesting story, Luke. Now, we have some resources for people who want to check, right?
Yeah, we wanted to compile this information. We thought it was important. And if you go to WIVB.com, we have posted a lot of information for property owners with questions about their assessment, what factors are involved, and what to do if they realize there's a problem. So.
It's not easy, no matter what.
No, but you wonder how many people actually check that kind of stuff until someone reminds them and says, I think you're paying more for taxes than you should be. So
great.
Interesting.
Thanks, Luke.
Yeah.